Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, aka Toy Sniper 98. So, welcome to the Whales log for the month of December for Genshin Impact. In case you're wondering why, in case you guys have noticed that the quality of my game is kind of ass, it's because my CPU is dying. Thankfully, I ordered parts already, so those should come in soon. And so hopefully I don't have to deal with that anymore. But basically, my CPU is like really fucked up to the point where, like, even if I've had issues where I turn on my computer and the only thing I open, other than Discord, of course, because Discord opens up automatically when I boot up my PC, is Genshin. And even with Genshin being the only program running, somehow my CPU will fucking shit the bed and start running my my game at like 30 FPS or even worse. So I found that naturally, if I trash the graphics options and set everything to lowest, like I have them on currently, whenever I have those spikes of CPU shitage, that's not a word, I just made it up. I drop less frames, so I can still play the game at 30 FPS or so, assuming I get lucky. So yeah, that's why. So hopefully next month's Whales log for Genshin won't look this bad. So to make up for it, hey, look, we're on top of the mausoleum. I really wish that there was a way for us to turn on the big fire plume that shows up above the mausoleum here, the main mausoleum, before you get all the quests done here. So spoiler alert in case you guys haven't done it yet. Apologies in advance, I guess, though at this point it's a little too late. You've already been spoiled. But in any case, so let's take a look at what I've been doing for the past month, for the month of November. So yeah, new character, Layla, and Nahida, I guess. Who are our latest characters anyway? Nahida, Layla? Pretty sure that's the case, right? So yeah, I'll assume those are our two new characters. So Nahida first. Let's see, where is she? Maybe Nahida was last month technically. Yeah, she must have been last month, considering these banners go for what, 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I'm assuming Layla is our only new character that we got for the month of November. But just in case I didn't go over Nahida somehow, I must have, yeah, because my Nahida is already Bond or Friendship 10. So no way I didn't go over Nahida last month. So, but yeah, I guess update on Nahida. She's Friendship 10. So there we go. So Layla, the new character for November, 4-star. I like Layla a lot. She didn't turn out to be as strong as I was hoping her to be, but that's okay. I'm still using her anyway. So let's go start off by showing her stats, right, as usual. Fucking 45k HP. Yeah, 45k HP. 24.8% crit rate, 150% crit damage, and 48% energy recharge. Now, I farmed for her artifacts beforehand because because when I was looking at her kit before she came out, I was like, okay, so it seems like she's an off-field. It seems like she has potential to be an off-field cryo applicator or DPS, right? At least applicator. So I gambled on her being able to do some damage and gave her a 4-piece cryo set, as you can see here. Turns out her damage is fucking ass. But that's okay. I'm not gonna change her artifact set, mainly because I'm too lazy to at this point. So yeah, that should explain why her stats look like this. So there's that. I got her own key, copy of key of Kajini Sut, back when it was on rated with the Nilo's banner. So I rolled 3 copies of this, as you can see right here. So Cookie, Layla, and Nilo all have their own copies of key, and now that Layla's here, she gets her own. So there you go. Because Layla obviously scales off of HP. In case you couldn't tell already. Anyways, so this is our artifact set. Like I said, I decided to give her 4-piece cryo. Now, knowing now that she does not do damage, or at least not a lot of it, I actually don't know what her optimal artifact set. It must be something involving 2-piece tenacity, because I believe 2-piece tenacity is the one that gives HP, bonus HP, right? So yeah, like, since Layla does not do jack shit for damage normally, Yeah, like if you want to use her, you're best off building her as a shield support, and like obviously cryo applicator that doesn't do damage, but you know, like I said, so yeah, 2-piece, what is it? Tenacity along with another 2-piece something, I guess. Maybe 2-piece Bolai could actually work for her, considering she apparently has like the second strongest shields in the game or something after Zhongli, of course. Actually, let me check on that real quick. Because Bolide should be the piece where, what is it? That set buffs shield strength, right? Yeah, so increased shield strength. So, unironically, someone in the game can actually finally put retracing 2-piece retracing Bolide to use. Imagine that. I mean, I know that what was it? I know that at least in the beginning, 4-piece retracing Bolide was a viable set for what, like Noelle or something. But obviously, that's kind of replaced by 4-piece Husk. But yeah, imagine retracing Bolide actually becoming viable again for one character. I mean, that's how it sometimes goes for a lot of artifact sets to begin with, anyway. But yeah, I guess outside of 4-piece, what is it? Cryo, which again, why the fuck would you want to do that now that we know that Layla doesn't do shit for damage? Her best artifact set should be what? 2-piece Tenacity, 2-piece Retracing Bolide. Forgive me if I'm wrong, and make sure to correct me if I am wrong. Maybe she can put other artifacts sets to use. Like honestly, I can't imagine her taking 2-piece 2-piece Emblem, because her ult is only what, 40 cost? Yeah, it's only 40 cost. It's very cheap. So I can't imagine, like, assuming you get decent decent stats on energy recharge subsets. Like, why would you ever need a 2-piece Emblem, right? And since she doesn't do shit for damage, 4-piece Emblem is out of the question for her too. So it's like, why even bother with Emblem for Layla, right? So, yeah, as you can see here, I have 4-piece Cryo. Don't do that because I'm an idiot, and I jumped the gun a little bit. But yeah, 2-piece Retracing Bolide, 2-piece Tenacity is probably her best set. Probably. Anyways, we'll go over her pieces individually still anyway, though. This is her cup, double crit, energy recharge. She got a lot. I think her pieces, yeah, her pieces rolled quite well into energy recharge. A little bit too well, in my opinion, but it's okay. I'll still take it. I don't know how well attack percent works on Layla. I would assume it doesn't. So there you go. What else? Timepiece. Oh yeah, this timepiece rolled pretty damn well into crit damage, I'll say that much. So, perfect for her, I guess. HP percent main stat, naturally. This used to be Rosaria's old feather until I got her a better one. This one right here. But yeah, this is so now I held on to Rosaria's old feather, which was this, and I was like, well shit, I was looking through cryo feathers to give to Layla when she came out, when she was gonna come out. I was like, well shit, this is the perfect feather to give her. So boom, there you go. I think twice into HP percent, something like that, and then the rest into crit rate, crit damage. So excellent. Flower. Crit damage, energy recharge. This is the best flower that I could get for her. Obviously, ideally, they should have another HP percent stat in there somewhere. But I wanted to roll crit damage mainly because, like I said, I wanted to give her a DPS-oriented artifact set. That didn't work out too well, but whatever. This is the flower that she's got right now anyway. And finally, this HP hat. This used to be, I think, Yelan, because I rolled this one for Yelan because, like I mentioned to you guys in last month's Wales log, I told you guys about how I was on a quest to get my Yelan like the best possible HP percent hat, so that way she could run. I could make her run 60% crit rate and an obscene amount of and like 230% crit damage, all while rocking triple HP on her hat, her cup, and her timepiece. So yeah, when I rolled Layla's hat, or the hat that she's using right now, this was, like I said, originally intended for Yelan, but I held on to it because I ended up rolling an even better one that was inset. So yeah, I was like, ooh, perfect, I can just give this to Layla instead. Because, like, obviously, since I was planning to give her 4-piece cryo, it doesn't matter how much crit rate she has. Perks of being a cryo character. But yeah, this one also gave her a bit more energy recharge, and that's that. So those artifacts give her current stats. Constellation, naturally C6. I was debating on only staying at C2, but I was like, you know what? I'll just pull the trigger anyway. I ain't no pussy, so I just went straight for C6. So, very nice. And the talents, working on our talents at the moment. Currently, there's 7, 11, 11. Yes, 7, 11. My favorite American convenience store. Unfortunately, they suck ass here in America, to nobody's surprise. Anyways, except for the Slurpees, obviously. Slurpees are pretty good. What does she need again? She needs these things. Okay. So yeah, I've been leveling her talents recently, as far as I can take them anyway. Because we've had a lot of, obviously, a lot of Sumeru characters needing the new Scaramouche weekly boss mats. I've actually been finding myself refraining from using, what is it? What are those things called again? Dream solvents? Yeah, dream solvents. And so I've just been letting my materials stockpile. So that, and I've decided to, like, you know what, I'm just going to stop farming. Let's see, let me back out of this. I'm going to stop farming all of the bosses, all the weekly bosses that I already farmed for God knows how long, for like basically 2 years straight, right? So now the only weekly bosses I farm now are Scaramouche, obviously, right here. Let's see, go over to Inazuma, where the hell Inazuma is. What is it? The Signora weekly boss and the Raiden Shogun weekly boss. So these are the only 3 I farm now. And I actually made that decision to stop farming all the other weekly bosses except for those 3 rather recently, in the month of November, actually. Because up until November, I was farming every single weekly boss because I was trying to go for as many dream solvents every week as I could. But then once we got into what, 3.2, where we got the Scaramouche weekly boss introduced, I was like fuck it, I'm just gonna stop using dream solvents too greedily and just let them accumulate naturally, so that way I don't have to spend dream solvents, because eventually I'll get materials that somebody will need, right? So might as well just stop using, quote, wasting dream solvents. So that way, because of that, I've been able to stop farming all the other bosses. Because I mean, I can show you how many fucking weekly boss mats that I've gotten from every single one. Like, here you fucking go. Look at this. These are all the Ajdaha mats, right? You can tell that. Well, you can see that my gilded skill count is very low. Because what is it? I believe Traveler needed them a lot. What, like the Electro Traveler, I think? Yeah. I think Dora the Explorer, hello. When Dory came out, Dory was the only Sumeru character so far, and still is, I believe, who needs weekly mats not from, what is it, Inazuma, right? She took the Ajdaha mats, and I think she needed Blood Jade branches. And so, like, I had farmed so much of Ajdaha for, like, the past 2 years that, like, I didn't even need to use any Dream Sum. I just fucking was able to give Dory, just take her skills all the way straight to level 999, or 91212, because 4-star. So that was hilarious. But yeah, like, I don't need to farm, you know, Dvalin. I don't need to farm Andreas, the wolf boss. I don't need to farm Child, for God's sake. Tartaglia, or whatever you want to call him. So yeah, just be like, you know what? Looking at this, like, do I really need to farm them anymore? No, so I just stopped. So that'll hopefully save me some resin throughout the week from now on. Anyways, quite the view up here. So that's Layla. We'll eventually get her. We'll keep working on her talents to, you know, the usual 999 and stuff like that. Who the fuck is trying to join my game? Get the hell out! I wish there was an option for me to press like N for no and just immediately decline the world join request. That'd be hilarious. But they'll probably never do that. In any case, let me think if there's anybody else that I want to mention here. I should have mentioned this already, but just in case I haven't, because my memory is fucking terrible these days, I did change my Mona's artifacts around a little bit. I think I already told you guys this. Actually, no. This one is actually new, because, let's see, the last month should have been, my Mona should have had around like 63 point something % crit rate and like maybe 169% crit damage. So I changed her artifacts again recently, so now she has 70% crit rate and slightly lower crit damage and slightly lower energy energy recharge, actually. Let me see if I can find which artifact it was that I ended up changing for her. Actually, no. Now I remember. It's because of her flower, right? Because initially she had a different flower, I think. I forget if it was this one or not. Let's see. Yeah, I think it must have been. Yeah, so I gave her this flower, but I was like, hey, you know what? I could try giving her this flower too. And so I kept it on, and that's what's giving her this stat line. So yeah, I remember now. Holy shit, my memory is fucking bad. I mean, I told you guys so. So yeah. So I've been working with this Mona setup for the past month or so, running around Sumeru farming shit for Scaramouche and or Wanderer as his name is now, and Farazan, and this is perfectly fine. In fact, I'm pretty sure my Mona is doing more damage thanks to the higher crit rate and the fact that her flower also adds a bit of an extra attack percent as well on top of that. So that's actually been working out for me quite well. I was afraid that my Mona not having at least 40% energy recharge would come to bite her in the ass, would come and bite me in the ass specifically, but it never happened. So I'm actually quite happy with this setup now. And my Mona basically having 7% crit rate is a very nice feeling. I'll say that much. But in any case, I believe those are it for like the actual serious artifact farming. Because honestly I've been kind of burnt out on artifact farming. Because I went hard on trying to get Layla's artifacts, and so after that was done, I was like, ugh, I think I'll go and like level up some more weapons or something. And so yeah, that's exactly what I've been doing. If we go take a look at my weapon roster now, so yeah, I have been working on quite a few more 4-star weapons to get them to max level. So I forget exactly which ones. You guys can, I guess, take a look for yourselves which ones. I'm pretty sure Wandering Even Star is one of them. Or I got this one to level 90, and it wasn't level 90 for last month. So there you go, I guess. As you can see, I'm working on a couple others right now. Royal Greatsword, Lion's Roar, Royal Spear, Aquamarine, blah, blah, blah. And in fact, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more weapons currently to get to max level, at least out of the 4 stars. Once they're done, I'll move on to the 3 stars, and finally the other, even the 2 and 1 stars. But yeah, I'm almost done completing the arsenal of 4-star weapons. So that's pretty cool. In the meantime, I have been farming to get enough mats to get ready for the new 5-star catalyst, the one that Wanderer uses. I'm debating on whether or not I want to get 2 copies of the catalyst. Honestly, I don't think... Because let me explain my reasoning first. I want to get a second copy for my Hazo, because Hazo is also just like Wanderer, where he is also an Anemo catalyst user, right? Right here. Who also uses melee attacks. Well, does Wanderer use melee attacks like Hazo does? Probably not, right? I think he's technically a more ranged character because he throws out like wind blades or some shit like that. I wonder where he learned. I wonder where he learned wind blades from. But yeah. Stylistically, though, Hazo and Scaramouche should be very similar because, again, Anemo Catalyst users. So I've been wondering, I've been debating whether or not I want to give my Hazo his own copy of whatever the new 5-star Catalyst weapon is. God, it has a very long name. It's like someone's reminiscence or some shit like that. So, but yeah, I probably won't, just because my finances for the month of December are super tight, because I spent a lot of money on a new PC and extra parts, like I said, because my CPU is dying on this current PC. Another CPU and motherboard set to replace my current CPU and motherboard with, so that my PC doesn't fucking die on my ass. But yeah, so because of that, because finances are pretty tight, I'll probably only cop 1 copy of the new 5-star Catalyst just for Wanderer, and assuming that it does get a rerun at some point in the future, I'll probably roll for another copy to just give my Hazo. Hazo's perfectly fine using Lost Prayer anyway. I haven't really had much problems with him running Lost Prayer, so he'll work with that for the time being. But yeah, just wanted to bring that up because it seemed like Hazo was a good candidate to use the new 5-star Catalyst as well. So, I mean, fuck man, if I can go so far as to give my my Layla her own copy of Keej who's Keej, of Key, right? Yeah, give my Rosaria her own copy of Staff of Homa. And shit, man, I still want to roll another copy of Homa for my Candace. Because it's basically perfect for her. Yeah, I can certainly get a copy of a new 5-star catalyst for my Hazel as well. Even if he's not a cute anime girl. He might be a cute anime boy though. That might you know, be up more other people's alleys. In any case, in more ways than one too. But yeah. Let's see. Layla was our only new character. I've shown off the weapon so far. I guess I'll talk a little bit about my map progress. So yeah. I was able to 100% the hypostyle desert. What's the name of this? my character marker is right over the name, so I can't even read what it says properly. But the desert in Sumeru, or the desert in Sumeru, yeah, that's redundant. The hypostyle desert, that's 100%. Land of Upper Setek. I actually got this 100% just a couple hours ago because I finally realized that in order to unlock this temple right here, right, the entrance to it was literally right here, and for some reason, somehow I never bothered stopping by this area. I guess, I don't know how that happened, because I spent this entire time wondering, like, well, like, I found the entrances to like a lot of the other temples just scattered around the desert here throughout the map. Like this is so far the only temple that I wasn't able to open up. So I was like, I wonder if there's like a world quest that I need to do in order to open this temple up. But no, the entrance is literally right here. So I was like, well, fuck. So that explains that. Actually, technically, I don't even think this is even complete because I'm pretty sure there's a Dendroculus somewhere in this area that I'm pretty sure is underground. Like there should be like another underground section here somewhere. And now that I realize it, actually no, I think I already got it. Maybe I did get it when I was going through there. Yeah, because I remember there was a Dendroculus here somewhere when I was able to enter through here. I just don't remember if it was the Dendroculus that I saw around this area, though, as I was traveling overland. But hopefully it was. If not, then that's going to be kind of awkward. But in any case, yeah. What's weird is that even though I did 100% hypostyle desert, I will actually... Should I show you guys now? Sure. Just enjoy this view for a little bit longer. There we go. It's cool that you can actually you can still come up here though. Actually, we don't even need to move because I still have not yet done any of the puzzles up top here on top of the main mausoleum. Because I'll spoil you guys this anyway because I mean you're staring at a big old frickin' spoiler here anyway. So what's the harm at this point? When you come up here for the first time, you fight like a big boss, right? Basically, this weekly boss or this elite boss down here, the algorithm matrix, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck its name is. So you fight one of these guys here, I believe, or like a smaller version of him or something, and that's like the final boss for this quest line to disable the big old fire plume up here, which was cool. Shame that it's disabled forever, basically, as far as I'm aware. And so yeah, all of these puzzles were not here, or they are not there when you come up here for the first time. When you teleport away and you come back to it, then all the puzzles here spawn again. So I have not yet done any of these. And if I teleport down, I believe this is the teleporter marker here. Show you guys this one. Yeah. So as you can see, I haven't cleared the bottom portion of the temple either. Right, as you can see, there's a lot of the totems are still locked. If you look real close, I know my graphics are really shit right now, but right above Layla's head right there, you can see like one of those puzzle markers or like puzzle like start button thingies. Don't know what they're called exactly, but yeah, like I have still not completed all the puzzles for this region yet. For some reason, the game still gives me 100% for completing Hypostyle Desert. I don't know what the what the deal is with that, but I'll take it, I guess. I still want to complete all the puzzles here, though. Eventually, once I, get off my lazy ass and start actually doing them. But Yeah, I believe the land of Lower Setek, if that's how I pronounce it, is the remaining progress is, I'm pretty sure, tied to the Kajini Temple, because I believe you have to go back in there again, because I believe one of the world quests in Aru Village is you gotta talk to the old guy who is running around trying to convince all the students to not investigate it, only for him to be like, oh, take me there please, right? I'm old, I'm gonna die soon, you know, I gotta see this for myself. Fucking tool. But in any case, so I think his quest is what gets me back in here, so I can finish the progress, something like that. So yeah. Let's see. As far as Sumeru progress is concerned, was able to 100% Luck Palo Jungle recently. This and Avidya Forest. These two were, and actually no, Lakapala Jungle was the first region of sub-region of Sumeru that I was able to 100%. Avidya Forest was at like 98%, and I wasn't really like actively trying to look for the last thing or last two things to get to 100%, because I'm like, well, it's so close, I could probably find it at some point, right? Actually, no, I was waiting for the treasure compass, right, which I now have, which you get from the Sumeru, getting your Sumeru reputation to level 9. So now that I have it, I can go run around looking for treasure now. But I ended up not having to use it because there ended up being a treasure chest like literally around this area, near this teleporter, where, or actually not yet, like one of those plant puzzles where you shoot, you grab like those dendro particles, and then you take an archer and you shoot an arrow at like those dendro signs that are hanging up in the air that spin around slowly. If you haven't done one of those, but if you have, they just kind of float in the air, not moving much anyway. And so yeah, one of those was still around here, so like, huh, I never did this before, like what the hell. So that was what got me to 100% there, so I'll take it, I guess. And Vanarana is now 100% too, because there was a whole like hilly trail section up here, and plus all of the really huge ass lotus flowers up here. I don't know if they're lotus flowers technically, but all the what is it, the Sealies, and a couple extra treasure chests up here that I didn't do yet, so finally got around to doing that. So now Vanarana is at 100%. Visugia Field is still at 93% because I'm pretty sure there's one withering zone that I cannot do right now. I believe it's this one. Yeah, I think it is. Where in order to clear the withering zone in here, you have to like lower the water level. And I still haven't been able to do that yet, because yeah, as much as I tried exploring around this area, I couldn't find like the stuff, the mechanisms to lower the water level. And you have to do that because I think one of the withering flowers is hidden by the water or something. Yes, you can see here. So this one I have still yet to do, because that withering flower right next to Layla's head there is completely underwater and inaccessible at the moment. So I'm assuming this. I have to open up with like a world quest somewhere, or maybe somebody's story quest, like character specific story quest or something like that. I'm gonna have to figure out what exactly I need to do to clear this withering zone. Same thing with what is it? This one right here, yeah, the underground area of this mountain, where we go into this domain. This one is still underwater. I was able to lower the water level to this point, but I still haven't been able to lower the water level past this point here. As you can see, the place is still filled with water for the most part. And you can see like one of those tether points down there in the water, but I can't access it because it is obviously blocked by water. I mean, I could technically if I press T on it, but I'm just going to go straight into the water, and it's not really going to do much. So yeah, still got a couple of areas of Sumeru, the forest rather, that I still need to open up. Other than that, slowly but surely 100%ing the rest of Sumeru. See, Andravi Valley seems like it's only got like one or two more things left to find. Maybe I can use the treasure compass down here and see where the final treasure chests are to 100% this. So yeah. So that's my progress so far. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Video's been going on for 30 minutes so far, and I don't want to make this video go on for too long because, like I said, my CPU is fucking shit in bed, probably as we speak. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will do my Scaramouche rolls whenever it comes out. Hopefully my PC can handle it. It's been able to handle streaming, you know, decently so far. I really haven't had problems with streaming for some miraculous reason. So, knock on wood that my poor CPU, my dying CPU will still hold up. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next month. Peace.